Hey guys, it's Chris here from Chris's Creative Life, and I design workshops that help you create beautiful projects from start to finish with easy to follow guides. And look, I found my Santa hat. I know you guys were all stressed about that because last week, for the first week of Christmas, I had to wear the elf hat that had the jingle bell on it. And so this weekend, I went looking for it and I managed to find my Santa hat. So we're all good for the second week of Christmas in July. So I have typically done this series for the last couple of years. I was trying to actually remember if it's been 3 or 4 years. But anyway, it's just a fun way to have some fun in the month of July. And you all know I love a little good theme to get things rolling. So this year, Stampin' Up! Was doing some things in conjunction with my idea for Christmas in July. So I thought I would just mesh the whole thing all together. So last week I created a layout, the first layout in the series. I was just looking for it. So I did create this one live here last week with these two super cute doodles on it. And there's a little bit of hidden journaling back here that I added. And so I'm going to create actually another layout for week 2 in the Christmas in July series for 2024. But so just a few things that I wanted to talk about very briefly here at the beginning. If you have not seen, and I did mention that there are some things going on with Stampin' Up! In conjunction with my Christmas in July. So for everybody that's shopping in the month of July, you will notice there's some online exclusives, and that's what I'm actually using to create the projects during Christmas in July. So last week I used the iconic celebration 6x6 stack and then some other things. I actually have added the blog post. It's up and live now. So if you wanted to see like the full list of supplies and some photographs of last week's layout, you can jump over to Chris's Creative Life.com, and on my blog are all the photos of the project from last week, and then I will also update it with the pictures from this week when we're finished, because I think this one's going to turn out super cute too. But I'm using the products that are all part of the online exclusive from Stampin' Up! That started in the month of July. But also during the month of July 2024, you can earn coupons. So for every X amount of dollars that you spend on my shopping website, so in Canada, you get $6 for every $60 you spend before taxes and shipping. And you get a coupon that you can then turn in August. So super fun. I've never experienced this before, so we're just going to have some fun with it. It's called Bonus Days. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. You can add it into the comments below, or you can actually send me an email. You can send me a personal message, anything. I'll try and help. If I don't know the answer, I'll try and find an answer for you, because there is a little bit of a learning curve. So I absolutely do not know the answer for all of the questions that I get asked. So I have to do a little research sometimes. So like I said, we're going to create another layout today using similar products, but we're going to add some more stuff in, of course, just to make it a little bit different. But if you're in Canada and you're looking for any Stampin' Up! Products, you can find my website at chrisrobertson.stampinup.net. And like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them below, or send me a message, email, all of those fun things. Okay, so I have an idea. Here is what we've got going on today. So there's 2 dies that I have become obsessed with from Stampin' Up! And one of them is the perennial postage dies. It's all the alliterations that get me all the time. And then the other one is the stylish shapes dies. You guys have seen me use them a lot already. So I've added them to my project today. And I'm going to add my desk in here. There's a little bit of a mess down here, but you can see what we're going to start with. Okay, so I grabbed that same stack of 6x6 papers. If you have not seen it, this is a fun little stack, right? So it's called Iconic Celebrations 6x6 DSP, Designer Series Paper Stack, right? And so it's got all sorts of fun little things. You can see I was messing around with it, so now mine's like semi out of order. But so I pulled out some of the papers that are more like Christmas themed, but obviously this layout you could also do with any of the other ones. But I have grabbed little bits and pieces and we're going to have some fun today. Okay, and then I have my leftovers from last week. They are in this little jar. And I do have some extra circles. I grabbed some ink. So the colors, they kind of all go together, right? So I have Cherry Cobbler, Old Olive, and Mossy Meadow in case we need some inks. And then I have these two stamp sets, which are Iconic Imagery, which I played with last week. And I love this. And this is perfect for what I kind of have in mind because the little icons are not huge. They're just kind of a nice little size. And then just so you know, these dies do cut out some of the papers. I was going to show you that, but I think it's over there and I'll pull it over when we get closer. And then I thought I might use like one of these sentiments for my title for my scrapbooking page. We're just going to see when we get that far. Okay. So I have some things here. They don't look very exciting yet, do they? We're going to see what we can do with that. But these are also part of that holiday suite that's posted now. So it's Cherry Cobbler and Pearl Adhesive Backed Berries. So we've got these we're going to play with for our embellishment. Okay. And then I have two ribbons. So I have this one still that we used last week, which is the Pecan Pie Center Striped Ribbon. And then this one is also part of that suite that was released. And it's really kind of neat. So I actually think I'm going to use this one today. It's cream ribbon. And it just says woven ribbon. So I think that's what I'm going to add to my layout today. So then I have two photo spots, a 4x6 and a 4x4. And then I have some pieces of paper here. So like I said, last week I used these pieces. So I wanted to do something a little bit different, right? So this was really like grid style layout. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. So, but we are going to start with a piece of basic white cardstock. You could also use ivory. So I took a couple of the pieces of paper. Okay, so this is one of the 6x6s, and on the back side it has the little pumpkins, which are super cute too. And then I took this piece of paper and I cut it in half, and on the back is the pretty stripe. So my thought is we are going to do something like this. Okay, so, and then I have some fun things here that we're going to add to the layout. Okay, that lasted very long. I sat down for all of 11 minutes. Okay, so I tried to add my other light to see if I would get less glare, but it's just a different glare. So that's not the answer. I'll keep working on it though. But so this is what we're going to start out with. So so these are obviously 3x3s, right? And you might see me extend this into a 12x12 kind of design too, right? Because this would work totally for a double page spread. Obviously this is a 12x12, but I mean a double page spread. So I'm going to line these up across the bottom, just like that. And the color is pecan pie, which I really quite am liking. It totally is like that home style, like home for Christmas kind of feeling, right? So here we go. I have to just tell you guys too, it is currently 32 degrees Celsius outside, so it does feel a little strange to be wearing a Santa hat. I'm just going to say. But you know, I'm going to ride the theme. So, okay. We almost have our general plan in here. So, like I said, somebody was asking earlier this week, and it was already scheduled to go. I just didn't have it up quite yet, but there is a full supply list from last week's live. So these are just a couple pieces of pecan pie cardstock. Okay. And so I'm just going to frame this in. And then this is where I thought I'm actually going to put my ribbon right here. So I'm going to use that one instead of this one, because we used the other one last week. So we'll use something different this week. So, and I'm just going to wrap it around the back, and then I will tape it on the back. Okay, so that's just like the cream ribbon. So I'm just adding some adhesive down the middle. And then I can line this up straight across. And then if I have a little bit of adhesive hanging off, I can just like clean that up. I'm just going to grab some tear and tape, and I'll just put this, that's how I'll tape it on the back for today. Okay, so you guys, do you want to see next week for the third week of Christmas in July? Do you want another layout, or do you want a card or like a fun fold card? What do you think we should do for week number 3? So I'm just going to tack this down with this right now, and then after I'll come back and I'll clean it up, right? And actually this is probably the perfect width. So let's just see if I can make this even. down the middle. Oops. Fun fold would be fun. Fun fold would be fun. I just know that like lots of times you guys don't get to see layouts. That's why I decided to start with layouts. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn that and turn that up. Okay. So here we go. I'm thinking a fun fold would be fun. And then end with maybe another layout. Maybe a double page layout at the end. I actually might even take this one and turn it into a double page layout, I was thinking. Because you very easily could turn this into a double page layout. But I'm going to show you. So I love the perennial postage stamp die. So my thought is I wanted to create borders across the top and the bottom that are postage stamps with all the little icons. Okay, and so I'm going to adhere. I'm just going to place those here for right now because, like I said, I'm also toying with stamping my little title. And I think I'm going to say Season's Greetings. But so we're just going to leave this here for right now so that you can kind of see what's going to happen. So then I played around with this for a long time. So I took the little patterns and cut out. I wanted it, like you could obviously cut out a little square that would fit just fine on the postage stamp die, but I wanted a little more detail and I wanted them to all be exactly the same. So I did use that Stylish Shapes die so that they were all the same. And so I took two sizes. So there's a smaller one and a bigger one, and the square fits inside perfectly. And then I've cut out like all the fun little papers. And so we're going to create our own kind of like little Christmas stamps. And then I thought the little icon stamps, we could add these on here so they actually look like little postage stamps. So that is kind of my general plan here. So, and of course, we need 3D foam on some of these. So we get some dimension. So I'm going to kind of rough this in and you'll see kind of where my thought process is going. And I did try out lots of different colors for, so right away I know I'm going to change that from green. I don't want that green. So then this is kind of, we're going to put them across. So some of them I'm going to want flat. Some of them I will pop up. Some of them we will add some things to. So I just, like I said, I just went through and I picked some of the different patterns. So this one has like the little candy canes. So these are the two smallest of both of these die sets for the squares. So see, like I thought those little papers would be perfect kind of as like little stamp images. Like stamp, like postage stamp, not like stamp, like ink and stamp. So this one has the little leaves with the berries. And right, you could change this kind of up for any kind of season. You could do the fall ones with it or the Christmas ones, but obviously we're going on a theme here, right? We're doing Christmas in July. So we're doing the Christmas ones. So this one has the evergreen boughs. And you could put all these dies actually really quite close together. So I was able to get a ton cut out of 1 6x6. Okay, so I have the striped piece. So then I thought, right, this one is kind of the perfect size. And I'll add the berries on that are the adhesive back gems. So like this. And then I'll add some berries on that one. So add 3D foam here. So the little trees, and then we have that striped one. Then I have one more little one. So then I will space these out. Just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to do a row on the bottom. Okay. So then, like I said, I just like cranked some out from all the different papers. And I'm going to have it hang off the edge and then I'll trim it off, right? I do like a lot of dimension, but you could totally add them all on flat if you wanted. So I'm trying to see what I did with it. But I did actually cut out one of the Christmas trees with the Christmas tree. It is adorable. I love a good postage stamp. This was actually probably one of the first dies that I ordered because I love them. I don't know what it is about the shape. So, and I really liked this star one. I thought it went perfectly. And on the back, it's like the doves. I actually thought I had it in my little pile here, but I don't see it, which is interesting. So it was actually like this little icon I cut out with that die from the paper. I'm sure it'll fall out of somewhere soon enough. I'm sure it just got tucked in somewhere. Okay. So I'm going to tell you that to wear a Santa hat when it's 33 degrees outside is pretty warm. Just so you know how dedicated I am to a theme. My air conditioner is blowing like crazy right now. Okay. One last one here. And then we can start adhering them. Okay, so I'm going to put this big one in first. There. And I got a little bit of adhesive here, so let's just clean that up. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to add this end down, and then I can kind of space properly through the middle, right? So I did lay them out to know like how many I was going to need, or at least a rough estimate of how many I was going to need. And you could use the icons to decorate all the stamp images, right? You wouldn't have to use decorative paper. You could even just like ink blend on the background. Okay, but I'm going to add my photos down now. So that they get tucked underneath. So I'm just kind of centering them top to bottom. And I am going to leave a little bit more of a margin over here just in case that's where I decide to add my title. And I decided to do the cherry cobbler for the mat so that there's that nice pop of color in the middle. There we go. Okay, so you could even pop up some of these, right, in the actual like back piece too, for dimension in a different kind of spot. So that not all the dimension is in the same place or the same layer. And then they kind of you can just kind of nestle them all into each other. And I do have extras if I feel like I need to add more. There we go. Okay, so same thing. I'll start over on this side and then the other side, and then I'll add the ones in the middle. And so some of them you can see are the same sizes beside each other. Some of them, I don't know if I have two big ones beside each other, but I did intermix the sizes so that they're not all the same. Oh yeah, here are two big ones beside each other. And the top row and the bottom row are not the same. I did them differently. There we go. I love the little candy canes. They're so cute. Okay, so now here we go. I'm going to just add a few of these in just a few spots. So I just have the little tiny tree, and I did those with Mossy Meadow and Old Olive. And the same with the little branches. So I'm just going to put one, I think, at the top and one at the bottom. Or maybe I'll do. Okay, so we're going to see here. Let's add these first. I'm going to pop them up. And this one I'm going to add the little star too, because it's super cute with the little star on top. There we go. And you can just pick up one of those little stars, add it to the top like that, and I think they're just like little hidden things there. So let's add this one. Okay, I'm going to add this one up here. A little star on this one. We're going to do this one off to this side here. This. Add the little star. There we go. Okay, so let's just see now if our title will fit. Just going to give this a second to set up. And you could obviously keep going and add more icons. I'm just going to stop because you guys kind of get the idea. But you could keep adding in those little images or phrases, all those fun things. Put the lid on that. Okay, so let's do season's greetings. I just have to find it. There it is. I have not used this yet. So there are definitely great sentiments for cards. So maybe we will next week have to do cards. So let's just see if I guess right. Yeah, it fits. It fits close. Okay, so I might move something actually. I'll put it right there. And let's try the cherry cobbler. Just need a scrap piece of paper. We'll just test this first. Very pretty. There we go. We could also probably have put it on a stamp and just kind of hidden it into the border, but I'm going to draw, I think, attention to it by adding it in a different shape so that it's a circle, right? Versus everything else being so square. And I do think I'm going to tuck it. Let's just see. Oh, of course, I used foam tape on this piece here. So let's just see how gentle I can be. I can actually leave the foam tape there. Let's just see if I can get look at me go. So there we go. Not bad. Okay, and I think I'm also going to take this one off of here and do it like this. So it pulls these two things together. There we go. And I still saved this so I can use it. Okay. So then, let's just move a few things out of my way. Let's grab these, and I'm going to add these to here for sure. So I was going to show you too. So on the stylish shapes, I used these two and then these two on the postage, the perennial postage one. So I have not actually used any of these little 3 ones yet. So we're just going to add that like that right there. And I'm going to add one onto the other one. And I still have some things left over for something else. So let's add I'm just going to kind of sporadically add these. So the clear ones are kind of neat. They almost look like they have like an iridescent finish to them. So you can actually really see them quite well in real life. They're almost like pearlized. I don't know how to say it other than that. So I'm just kind of tucking them into the border the same way I've tucked like the postage stamps in. Okay, guys, there we go. Now I just need to trim these off from the back side because you can actually see really clearly your straight line. So I just flip it over and then you can see, right? You can see the super straight line to trim off. So now everything kind of just fits perfectly. Okay, guys, so I will find my photographs. Rhonda says, also, I think cards would be fun next time. It's about time to start making a bunch for this year. And I'll be here, but it'll be here before you know it. I know, isn't that crazy? Like, I feel like we finally just got summer, so I'm not wishing Christmas on anybody anytime soon. But I know it's always crazy because they start to put up like those, X amount of Saturdays till Christmas. And that's when I always get freaked out when they actually say that. And then Rhonda says, it's a really cute layout. Love the postage stamps. I think you could do just about any theme using those. Right, exactly. That's what I was kind of thinking, because the paper pack is seasonally themed, right? You could totally switch out the papers, right? And do like the little pumpkins and do like a dark brown for your postage stamp, right? So that could be one of your papers, and this could be one of your papers, right? Like, I think it would be great to change it into fall. We're just going with the Christmas in July theme, so that's why I decided to go the Christmas route, obviously. But of course, there's tons of, and you could do the same thing too, right? Because there's also like this leaf, right? And you could also even stamp this in like fall colors, right? So many fun things. You could use this stamp set too also and just do like distressing on the stamps, like just inking to make it look like a postage stamp, and then add an icon on top. It doesn't have to be paper, right? You could kind of make your own, even though this is supposed to be like the sprinkles, right? So you could do the same thing with like a birthday theme, right? Take out the papers that are more birthday related and do a birthday theme. It would be a cute layout for birthday theme, right? You could even do numbers on the postage stamps across a birthday layout kind of thing. So many things you can do with even just a simple layout, right? You can take it and use it again and again, the same kind of concept. So that's what I've got for you guys today. The second week, yes, it is the second week of Christmas in July. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I'll come back and answer them as soon as I can. And I hope you have a great day, guys. If you are not signed up to my newsletter, there is a link in the pinned link comment in the video, and you can add yourself there. There's all sorts of fun things that go on my newsletter. Okay, guys, have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. And I think we're going to have to do a fun fold for week 3. So that'll be my little project to work on this weekend. Have a great day, guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.